Alright guys, I'm ready to hit the road. Doing the next 4 days at the Southern Flinders. Meeting up with a group of 30 riders, Port Pirie, leaving a day early. First things first, I really need air in this front tyre. But after that, I'm full of fuel and pretty much got my freedom. It is interesting to see what it ends up being. I'm guessing 5 psi. Alright, what are we saying? 7 psi. Well, there you go. Thought it was fucking flat. So still starting to get further and further out the city. I'm obviously on Gorge Road now and haven't been on this road with the Tenere. Usually on this road on weekends with the XV750, the old cafe racer, and every now and then. And I'm also usually on this road with the MV dragster. But of course this road's wet at the moment and a bit of rain. Those two bikes never see water unless I'm at the wash. But obviously with the Tenere, all seasons, bring it on. Normally a camera that sits here on weekends where these guys are working. And I think the last report, 3 or 4 guys from down south got done. Excessive speeds. It's not hard to do on bikes, that's for sure. Well, unless you're on the mild cafe racer, be well under the speed limit or at the speed limit on that thing, even on this road here. And it's more than adequate and enough. The dragster though, the MV, well, that's a different story. It's obviously, it's all about discipline and control. I wonder if this guy's going to turn off. I think I'm going to turn at Tippett Road. Alright, so the few showers have come in the last 5 minutes. On the blue line now. I don't know if it comes up on the map, but finally on the course I've set for getting to my route I made up during the week to get to Port Pirie, which is for tomorrow. So my general plan is it's a 2-night, 3-day ride, or 2 full days in the Southern Flinders with SA Outback Motorcycle Adventures, and a group of guys did the Calkerna station with 3 months ago, I think, 3 or 4 months ago, with Steve Truscott, who runs the event, and really enjoyed that ride. It was my first real outing on this bike. And Anne-Marie's partner, and yeah, lovely people, organised this great event. Turn my nose left. But yeah, I've decided to leave a day early, so we don't have to be. We have to be at Port Pirie around from 2 o'clock tomorrow. I've decided to leave a day earlier, do my first solo camp, and get there tomorrow afternoon. So I've just googled somewhere a place called World's End Campground. No idea what it's like, never been there. I just looked at a few reviews on Google. Gonna try that out this evening. But this is nice through here. Cannot complain, that's for sure. Beautiful. Steep descent and then this flat plain of just vineyards as far as you can see. sure I'll find somewhere, a cellar door somewhere here to have a bottle of wine to have tonight. Well, not all of it, but a glass of red or two. And the rain's cleared up for now. So, yeah. Back there, I've passed half a dozen cellar doors now as I'm travelling through the heart of the Barossa, you call it. So I might try this one. This one can be my lucky dip. What the hell's it called? Ubertas wines or some shit. Adveneture. Must be the sails there. Yep, looks good enough to me. That looks pretty snazzy inside, but yeah, stopped in, grabbed a bottle. Adveneture wines. I think he said 25 acres or something planted, so they're a small boutique vineyard, but that's the bottle. I went for a blend, Shiraz Cabernet, that'll do, 2021. So I'll put it in my backpack and carry on. Oh, would you believe I went to have a sip of water from my camel pack, forgot it's a brand new bladder, and the nipple has still got the bloody plastic on it, so where's my bloody knife? On my cheap Temu purchase. What's that? Little saw. That'll do. Alright, a bit more weight with a bottle of wine, but that's all good. Next stop, Kapunda. It's nice to finally have a fucking sip of water. I could have pulled over any time, but I thought, I'm only a half hour, another half hour, whatever, and so I turn off. So that was my original route. Then found out there's some silo art, so I'm going to do a bit of a detour and go to Kapunda, probably grab something to eat there as well. Kapunda. I suppose it's got a history of copper or some shit like there are in a lot of these towns. I'm going to head this way, it's a little rise. And surely be able to see the silos in the distance somewhere. I mean, I could pull over and Google it. Oh yeah, there it is. Cool. And the rain has stopped for now, so I could get the drone out, get a quick little shot. Apparently it took the guy about a month, or 4 to 6 weeks to do the artwork on one of those knuckle boom things. But it'd be good to get a close-up of it and have a look at it with the drone. If I can get to it. Where the hell do you go? Oh, silo art, parking and viewing, of course. Just read the sign. Got the drone out, did a couple of minutes just to go up and around, and didn't realise around the other side it kept sort of going. There's this other section over here which is down the mine, I suppose, with the candles and whatnot, but looks a lot nicer further back. Anyway, that's the Kapunda Silo, tourist destination on my journey to World's End this afternoon. Done. So I've made it to World's End Reserve. It goes for another, I don't know, kilometre that way. I think I haven't actually gone that way. I did see some camper vans down that end. No one down this end. There's no reception here whatsoever, which I don't really care, but I'm just doing the one night on my own. I'm, you know, can at least watch TV or Netflix and stuff. I didn't download anything. I only have to go probably a kilometre that way to get service, so I'm just going to see on the other way side of the highway, because where are we? We're just here. So I've just come off the highway, turned down this road. There's more area here. I think it's unofficial, but I'm just going to go have a look there because there's service there. And if it's similar to this, well, why not? I mean, I don't really care for a bench. I'm not allowed to have fires. I don't care to use a shitter this evening. Maybe come back over here in the morning, but I won't even use that shitter anyway. I've got my own paper and whatnot, so I'm just going to have a quick look on the other side of the highway and yeah, suss it out. All these sort of dirt roads and shit down here, so let's go have a mosey on down and see what's going on. Oh yeah, thing is I'll drop down in here and there'll be no fucking reception. So people muck around going up these embankments. Good test for the four-wheel drive enthusiasts. Go up one of these inclines. Yeah, see, people just camp here as well, so who fucking cares? Yeah, oh, this looks nice. In amongst here somewhere, I reckon. Bit of wind shelter, no trees that are going to fall and kill you. this looks like the spot somewhere here. Maybe I'll go in a little bit, be more camouflaged, incognito. Alright. Oh. Okay, I'm going to set my camp up just here. I'm camped not far from here, a couple of 100 metres that way. Enjoying a wine, listening to Neil deGrasse Tyson Star Talk Radio. Came through here before. I might get some action shots here in the morning before I head off. A couple of steep ascents and descents, depending which way you look at it. But yeah, might as well give a couple of these a crack with the bite fully loaded. See how I go with a bit of a challenge. These ones are really stuffed.
Completely enclosed.
You just disappear in there.
Glass.
Anyway.
That has water.
Yeah, so anyway, I finally managed to open up the bottle of red. But I just didn't think of that, did I? I just grabbed the bottle and yeah, it had a cork, and I don't have a wine bottle opener. You know what I mean? But anyway, here I am. This is me. I'll probably get food going in the next half hour. And yeah, like I said, I reckon I'll wake up with rain in the morning. But that's on the menu. I've got the sweet and sour pork with some white rice. And then in the morning, I've got the good old all-day breakfast, which I highly recommend. And yeah, just a bit of water in the jet boil, ready to go. And that's dinner tonight, done. Sun set about 20 minutes ago. It's almost last light. And still got my radio going. Having dinner, glass of wine. Life's good. Tomorrow morning, breakfast and fuck around in the creek bed, I reckon. And then keep heading northwest. Alright. It's the morning after. Had a pretty good sleep, considering. And yeah, only light rain. I've been lucky. I mean, it looks like it's really wanting to rain. There's been the odd spit here or there, but packing things up, the weather was on my side. So, can't complain. The only annoying thing is I've woken up with a dead flat tyre, rear tyre. So I've put air in it. I think it's the valve core. So I've tightened it up. And hopefully, I'm only about 30-40k from the next town, Borough or whatever, and I've got my pump. So I've put about 25 PSI in it, 30. And get to the servo there and muck around or see if there's anyone there that can help me facilitate changing it, as opposed to me doing it on the roadside with my trail stand and stuff. Haven't left anything behind. So I guess get my carpet ride going. So oh, there's a deep trench. I'm sure people would be mucking around here on weekends with four-wheel drives. All these steep drop-offs down into the creek, the embankments. Oh, there's a four-wheel drive over there. I wonder if those people were camping there last night. Doubt it. I didn't hear a fucking thing. It's funny how quiet, how dead quiet it is at night round, and then the birds just come to life in the morning and they get fucking annoying. Anyway, I'm just gonna go back onto the highway, which is over here, and go to the official side of the campground. G'day. And throw my rubbish out and then keep going. So the main highway is about 1 kilometre out that way. So I'm just, a couple of routes. So yeah, I'm just running parallel with the highway on my way to Barra, just outside of Skip. Oh mate, detour. That's it, no. Oi, poor bastard. He lost traction. Yeah, anyway, as I was saying, highway's just over there somewhere. Just running parallel with it. And next stop, Barra. Get to a survey and see what the pressure's doing and go from there. So, I've been here for about 45 minutes. So it hasn't dropped any pressure that I can tell significantly. It's probably a really slow flat. Although I have tightened the valve core, so maybe that was the issue. There's some people here in Barra. There's also a rung ahead in Jamestown. They can probably help me fix it, but I'm probably just going to keep like Jamestown's another 70-80k. I've got the air compressor if it needs a top up. So I think I am just going to keep on moving and maybe just plan to get to Port Pirie a bit earlier and take it to a business there, and then, you know, if they need it for an hour or two because they're quite busy, I'll just take it there and check into the hotel, because I can check in after 2 o'clock. So that's the plan, just keep on moving, monitor the tyre pressure. I've got towns along the way that can help if needed, and yeah, go from there. So it was a quick 45-minute stop. Phone calls, emails, text messages. St. Just Cafe, that's where I was for a quick coffee. Breakfast, even though I sort of had breakfast at camp this morning. Which way do I want to go? Left. And then follow the blue line. Barra. I actually rode here along the Hyson Trail or Mawson Trail, whichever one, from Adelaide on my mountain bike back when I was 18, 19 years old. I don't reckon I've been in through this town since. So that was gone back 30 years. Anyway, enough bullshit. Another hill and down into another valley. I think about 20 k's from Jamestown. Plenty of these wind farms along these hilltops along the way. And by way of update with the rear tyre, I've stopped a couple of times, still feels solid. Might be good, there's a loose sheep, better slow down. Yeah, so could be a very slow leak, or having tightened the valve core this morning, maybe that's done the trick. Time will tell. Which way do I want to go here? I think I want to go right here and head north, get to Jamestown, head west to Port Pirie. I was planning to have a bakery stop at Jamestown, but because I ended up staying in Barra for a while to have keep an eye on the tyre pressure. I ended up having a croissant and coffee there, so I don't think I'll be stopping out Jamestown. I'll just probably pass through. Alright, I reckon I'm about 30 k's out of Port Pirie, I think, just doing all these back roads I navigated on with Google Maps earlier. Pretty good back roads actually, cutting through the hills here. Just come across all these random farms in the middle of nowhere. I think there's one more hill or rise on the maps before maybe you see Port Pirie in the distance, I think. But going all these routes beats being on the blacktop, that's for sure. Makes it a bit more interesting. Just hope I don't get a gate or anything that blocks me. I don't think so. Anyway, probably half hour away now. There's a snake. Oh, fucking brown snake. Oh, fuck that. Oh shit, and there is a lock gate. Oh, bugger. Park closed, Tyson Trail. Well, fuck me, what does that mean? Gotta go all the way back. And I don't want to see that fucking snake again either. Jesus. So... You're kidding, I've got to go... Oh no, hopefully that way. And go back out that way. That's not too bad. Am I still recording? Where's that fucking snake? It's somewhere there, but I'm getting the fuck out of here. Well, that all seemed to escalate and happen at once for me just back there. First I had the snake, and just as I was talking about hoping the oh, got a grader, yeah, and a water truck must be doing the road just for me. You don't know. Anyway, what was I saying? So coming down into the plains of Port Pirie now, but I was off out that way a few k's. And just as I was saying, hopefully there's no lock gates or anything, then all of a sudden there's a brown snake going along, and I fucking hate those things at the best of times. And they scare the shit out of me. And I know, you know, they just mind their own business, but I just can't help the way my mind processes seeing a fucking snake. Anyway, and just after seeing the snake, and I'm going to review the footage. G'day, mate. Came around the corner and there was a lock gate, and so I had to turn around and go back to where the fucking snake was, didn't I? And then my phone overheated being in this bag, and so it cut my GPS mapping out. But I pulled the phone out anyway. I went past the area where the snake was again, and got the phone out of here, cruised along a bit, cooled the phone down only for 2 minutes, and got all my mapping back up again on the screen. So I've just had to backtrack maybe 2 or 3 kilometres till I found a turn off, and now instead of using Gaia, I've just got Google Maps. I've just plugged in Port Pirie, and it just tells me I've got about 20 minutes to go, or about 22 k's. So after that sort of little eventful thing where everything just happened at once within a 30-second period, I'm looking forward to a cold beer. Wow, nice view. Looks like an old bridge for the borderline. Probably feeds the town, supplies the town of Port Pirie. Anyway, about 20k to go and find my way around there and start meeting up with other fellow riders. My 24 hours of being alone is coming to an end. Okay. We were instructed to put fuel in tonight as opposed to tomorrow morning, so I've just done that. And while at the servo, my infamous rear tyre, I've just checked it, and yeah, haven't lost any pressure. Was at 32, exactly where it was when I pumped it up in Borough, I think. Was it Borough or Jamestown? Borough. So that, it must have been the valve core. So now I'm just going to find a pub, maybe come back to this one, just so I can sit out the front and have a beer. I've got an hour or so before I can check into the hotel, but since I camped the night earlier, I'd be keen to have a shower, check in, have a shower and stuff, get my room. Oh, I might go there, I reckon. Should I go there? Anyway, that'll do. Tyre's good. At the Comfort Inn. Oh, double lock, no. Oh, double bedroom. Yeah, right. Well, not bad. Any beers in the fridge? No. Beautiful. Toilet, shower. Probably repark my bike. It's as close as I'll get it to the door. That'll do. I suppose I'll bring in all the essentials. But anyway, alright. That's me.